Did you know that the people here in the western side of the world could do magic? You know how it should work for you? A lot of you may have thought, okay, how would it work? So you have a bank account. Even if you don't have money in there, the least that they give you is normally 1,000 euros. Hi there! Hello! Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking to you about the famous Germany, their wealth, the wealthy German, and as well as the people who lives here. Do you really think that the Germans and the people who live here are rich? Now, if you do believe that, then I think this video is meant for you. Find out more about it in the next clip. So if you wanted to see more of it, stay with me and have fun. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe to my channel, like this video, and click that notification bell so you will be updated whenever I uploaded new videos. Okay, see you later. Probably you have seen it in a couple of Filipinos and a couple of foreigners who come from poor countries, should I say, or a developing country. Let's put it this way. Like some of those unfortunate people who come here doesn't really actually have so much, and including myself. And the moment we actually arrived here, so there are some lavish stuffs we could afford buying. Like, for example, buying a vehicle, buying house and lot, and including some material stuffs. For example, expensive bags like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, what else? Michael Kors, should I say? I have Michael Kors, guys, but I never bought any of those because I got it as a gift from my husband. But let's tackle that later on, okay? Let's count it one by one, the things that you could see mostly in Facebook and Instagram, wore by a Filipino, and as well as they're showing off for some of you might think that they're showing off, but actually they're just very happy to show you guys that they could afford those stuffs. And so many of you have like misinterpretation or have an expectation that living in Germany or people who lives in the US, because that is very common in the Philippines, if you are from the US, then people would think, wow, what a lavish life, what an expensive life. I wish I have her life as well, their life, because it is so fancy, and I think it would be nice to have their life as well. Well, I tell you what, if I would have the chance to trade my life with you, I would, because sometimes the things that you are seeing is not actually what it shows like. There comes a time behind those pictures which you are seeing is a sad face of a person, because they show that off. They show that off in the Instagram, in Facebook, because they wanted you to see that they are happy. Not necessarily to show off, but it looks like for you, you have an impression that these people are showing off what they got. Imagine this, if you are living abroad, you are all by yourself. You don't have anybody to talk to. You have nobody at all except for your friends, who are most of the time are so busy also, including yourself. You do see once in a while, like for instance during Christmas or a get-together, which only happens once in a blue moon, or if there is a tragic event, so to say. Wait a minute, I think I need to drink a little bit of water because this topic is kind of stressing me out. I even have like stress ball here, so that I could like this is going to be a stress reliever for me every time I think of it, because every time I kind of talk about this topic, it's kind of brings some memories in me. and it's a little bit aggravating, as I must say. So again, you are seeing those people buying, for example, material things, gadgets, cell phones, and I myself is one of them. And actually, guys, that is not so expensive as you think it is, because here in Germany, whenever you go shopping, every store, like literally, especially online shopping, is very common here in Europe, in Germany, or in even like in different part of the world, because that is the common, what do you call this, like common exchange of businesses. The innovation is very advanced here, and therefore they have chosen the internet instead of them going to the actual store, because they have the capability to purchase it online, try it on themselves, and if they don't like it, they could return it for free without having to worry if they could return it or not. Aside from that, let's say for example, yeah, but Josie, those are expensive stuff. You cannot just say that they don't have money at all. Oh, no, no, no. Wait, because in every little stores and like higher stores, if you're talking about gadgets, appliances, and furnitures, literally, they are offering you a financing. There is a 1 month payment or 2 months payment, 1 year payment, and even more than that, for them to choose which plan are they going to take. And because of that financing, they will be able to afford what they wanted to buy, because they're going to pay it little by little. And then, so meaning to say they have money because they could pay it. No, no, no. Did you know that the people here in the western side of the world could do magic? You know how it should work for you? If you know exactly what I'm talking, come on, tell me. Or leave it down below if you do know that. People here could do magic. Even if they don't have money, they could place an order and even buy food, buy material things, and those are just not like cheap ones, because people could do magic here. This is what we called the Visa credit card or just your card. Every bank here, you, a citizen in this country, or a person who is working here or living here in this country, is entitled to get a bank account. Okay? Unlike in the Philippines, you need to have money to put in that card, enable for you to have a bank account or to open an account. Plus, there should be like a minimum balance on that specific account so that it will not be closed. But in here, as long as you are working, you could ask for a bank account. Now, as long as there is money coming in to that bank card every month, especially if you are working, because no employer is going to hand you your salary, it will go directly to your bank. So all of your financing will be deducted from your bank account, and everything which you owe actually will be paid via bank account. Okay? Now, okay, about the magic that I am telling you guys, this is very exciting though, because and a lot of you may have thought, okay, how would it work? If you are here, like for example, in my case, in the beginning, I was earning very little. But then there is a terms of the bank which will allow you to go beyond your limit, go beyond your positive account. Should I say that? Meaning, so you have a bank account, even if you don't have money in there. For example, the least that they give you is normally 1,000 euros. So let's say you don't have money in your bank. It's zero, nada, nothing at all. So you could still place an order for at least 1,000 euros, anything which you like. You could pay for it. 1,000 euro is available in your bank. Yeah, that's not even your money. So your bank account will go on minus. But be careful. You might think, oh, that's good. That's very cool. Then I will use that. Yeah, you could use it, but you have to pay for the interest. And the interest is not so cheap, guys. It's very expensive to pay for the interest of something that is negative, okay? Because the bank itself are allowing you to, so to say, get a debt or utang, debt on that particular bank, and you just have to pay for the difference of that later on, or consume it, and then you are going to pay for the difference for the percentage. The percentage that you're gonna owe to the bank is very high. So better not use that though. There comes a time that I am using that, especially if I am in need, I must say, and I think it's quite handy if you have that option, because here in Germany, families are helping each other, but you cannot expect them to help you financially. You are an adult. You should be responsible for all of your expenses for all of your life. You cannot demand from your relatives, siblings, and from your parents to help you out financially, because it is a no-go. You need to be able to manage and drive your own life. Unlike us, the Filipinos, every individuals within the family are very close to each other, and it would also mean that they are so dependent to each other. It is good in a way because the Philippines itself is very poor, and a lot of people, including my family, is poor. The only way for you to survive is if you are going to work together. But sometimes if one will evolve, have a better life, it could be heavy sometimes to carry everybody, you know? And I think you would understand that. Now, what about, for example, Jocelyn, how could people pay for their, for a vehicle, buy a vehicle? How could people buy a vehicle way back home? They're buying apartments, they're buying, what else? House and lot. They're building different types of architecture, and those were worth 1,000,000 or thousands of pesos. Yes, of course, they could do that. It is very simple. Every bank is going to give you the loan. In my case, I bought a land for my family, for them to stay, and as well as a vehicle. I love doing that, and it is my means of helping them. Now, do you think I got those money from my own savings? No, I didn't. I will be very open to you guys. For example, in my case, this bank, for example, okay, I'm going to show you like the credit which I got from the bank, and you could see from the date here, it was basically a loan in 2017. We have 2020 now, and I am still paying for that loan. It will be paid in September 2021. So a total of almost 400 euros is deducted automatically from my bank account, only for me to be able to invest in the Philippines. But that does not mean really that I am rich or I have plenty of money. Plenty of money. And I think you need to understand that not everybody is rich, not everybody is wealthy, and sometimes the wealth that you are seeing is not what it looks like, because this person is pretty poor. their wallet are poor and their heart are poor, because sometimes these people were loved by their families only because they could provide them with something else. And if you're watching right now, if you are one of those people who keeps demanding to your loved ones who are living abroad, maybe it's time for you to take a break and listen to them sometimes.
Picture video.
A lot of us do not really remember how lonely life is abroad. And I do know that a lot of us has chosen this life, and we need to incorporate our life in this particular environment. But then I hope if you are somebody who is depending from your parents, from your brothers and sisters, if you are somebody who went to school because of your relatives from abroad, maybe sometimes you need to give it back by showing them how important they are to you. If you are online, you might want to say hi, not always like saying hi whenever you needed something. So bear that in mind, guys, that not everybody here in Europe, in America, or in some part of the world, or anybody who is living abroad, working there for their living and sending back home, if you're receiving a lot of money from them, it doesn't mean that they have a lot of money. Maybe they are actually trying to deprive themselves sometimes, enable for them to send it to you. And I hope you do realize that. I don't know how exactly should I say this without offending a lot of people, and I think regardless how I do it, I will be able to offend some people who might be listening to this video, but that is the reality of a lot of life of those Filipinos who are living abroad. We are working very hard here, and we could afford some of the stuffs which you could see from Facebook and Instagram. It looks lavish, it looks expensive, but try not to envy us. Instead, try to appreciate that at least at that particular moment we felt the happiness. At least, even if it is not true maybe, then they could show you, I am happy at this moment of time when the picture was taken. Okay? Now, be careful everyone, have fun, and I hope I could bring you the real life of the foreigners who lives here in Europe, specifically in Germany. If you're a Filipino like me and you could relate to my situation, or if you're curious about our life here abroad, hit me a message and I'll be happy to respond to your feedback. Have a great day, guys. That's all for now. Until then, bye-bye.